The Philippine Constabulary Air Unit came to its planning stage when the PC Command, then under Brigadier General Vicente Raval, proposed the purchase of 5 Hughes 500 and 1 Hughes 300 helicopters for work. This proposal became a reality in August of the same year upon delivery of 2 Hughes 300 helicopters by Lace International Incorporation. These were initially flown by 4 Philippine Air Force pilots for the PC Metropolitan Command in conducting police work within Metro Manila. On January 14, 1972, then Brigadier General Fidel V. Ramos assumed command of the Philippine Constabulary. One of his expressed concerns was air mobility. This led to the purchase of the Philippine Constabulary's first BO-105C, Bolco, twin-turbine engine helicopter from the Philippine Aerospace Development Corporation, which was delivered to the Philippine Constabulary on December 1, 1974. With the integration of the PCINP on August 8, 1978, the necessity for an aircraft with longer flight endurance became an utmost concern to enhance and improve the capability of the Constabulary in the campaign against crime and lawlessness. This paved the way for the purchase of 2 BN-2A21 Islander fixed-wing aircraft. The first was delivered on September 26, 1979, and the other came a year later. These aircraft were highly utilized in combat and ferry missions at the height of the secessionist movement and insurgency in the country. The first aviation company was deactivated and placed administratively under the Constabulary Offshore Anti-Crime Battalion and operationally under the Philippine Constabulary Operations Center, Camp Crame, Quezon City, known as the PCINP Air Unit. Pursuant to Special Order No. 218 Paragraph 34 HPC dated April 1976, subsequently by virtue of the Section 13 PD No. 1184 known as the Police Professionalization Act of 1980, pilots were recruited into the INP through lateral entry. In 1988, the COSAC Battalion was deactivated. The PCINP Air Unit remained and was activated as one of the elite units of the PCINP Aviation Group on July 1, 1988, pursuant to General Order No. 168 HPC dated June 10, 1988, with Lieutenant Colonel Alfredo Silapan as its first group commander. With this development, the significant role of the group in the conduct of counterinsurgency operations was considered. It was during this time when one of the unit's pilots, in the person of Captain Dante de los Trinos, courageously flew back into the base with his crippled aircraft, unmindful of his injured right arm, after providing air power to the ground troops in Santa Catalina Town, Negros Oriental on January 20, 1989. At that time, Police Lieutenant General Ricardo de Leon, retired, the Director of the National Intelligence of the National Intelligence Coordinating Agency, was the Provincial Director. Former Chief PCINP Major General Renato de Villa ventured the idea of arming the BO-105C Bolco helicopter. Thus, 2 out of 3 in the inventory were reconfigured as helicopter gunships. Mounted on both sides are caliber 50 and 57 RR, while M60 machine gun is at the aft part of the fuselage. It carried 3 crews and has a fuel maximum capacity good for 2.5 hours. These gunships carried 2,000 rounds of ammunition in one loading with all the guns installed. It was the first prototype of its kind, which was designed and developed through the initiative and ingenuity of the officers and men of the group. When the enactment of Republic Act No. 6975, otherwise known as DILG Act 1990, the helicopter gunships were disarmed and PCINP was abolished and merged into the new Philippine National Police. The PCINP Aviation Group was renamed and came to be known as the PNP Aviation Group, but in the latter part of the 1993, the PNP Aviation Group was deactivated and placed under the supervision and control of the Police Aviation and Security Group, now the PNP Aviation Security Group. From 1994 to 1995, 2 S-350BA Ecurial helicopters from France were acquired, which were utilized by the Sky Police Patrol of the PNP in its campaign against all forms of criminality and lawlessness, and in the conduct of traffic monitoring and control, particularly over the Metro Manila area. From 1998, the delivery of another Ecurial was realized, including the acquisition of a Cessna 421B Golden Eagle twin-engine turboprop fixed-wing aircraft. The increasing number of aircraft in the mid-1990s and early 2000s marked the entry of the PNP pilots, including a lady pilot through lateral entry, in order to fill up the manning requirement of the unit. By NAPOLCOM Resolution Number 99-070 dated May 11, 1999, the PNP Air Group was deactivated as one of the PNP's National Operational Support Units, which is separate and distinct from the PNP FC Group. However, the 16th day of November 2000, the unit was again deactivated and reverted back as a special unit of the Aviation Security Group by NAPOLCOM Resolution Number 2000-171 on July 1, 2004 by NAPOLCOM Resolution Number 2004-130 and General Orders Number DPL-04-05. The unit was transferred from the Aviation Security Group to Special Action Force, maintaining its status as Air Unit. With this development, the immediate concern of the Special Action Force and Air Unit is to merge their respective operational capabilities and concepts in order to meet the new challenges in the internal security and law enforcement operations. On February 10, 2010, came another milestone in the history of SAF Air Unit with the delivery of 2 R-44 Raven 1 and 1 Robinson's R-44 Raven 2 helicopter, complementing the current workhorse of Air Unit, which is the 350 Ikuryong. To make the unit attuned to the growing technological demand, in August of 2015, Senator J.V. Ejercito expressed his support for the PNP modernization program by urging the government to provide the PNP with their procured unit that would meet their equipment requisition and air assets for increased interoperability. And on August 7, 2017, Senator Panfilo Lacson introduced the Senate Bill number 1544 to the 17th Congress, an act thriving for the modernization of the Philippine National Police appropriating funds, therefore, and for other purposes. PNP Air Unit is proud to announce the acquisition of new air assets during the time of former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, which will greatly enhance our law enforcement capabilities. These aerial resources, consisting of 2 Robinson R-44 Raven 2 with registry number RP3586 and RP3686, were primarily used for basic helicopter pilot training, which was delivered on November 18, 2019. 6 Airbus H-125 helicopter with registry number RP3186 and RP3286, which was delivered on May 16, 2019. RP3386 and RP3486 on January 8, 2020, and RP2420, RP6088, and RP9710 on January 29, 2021. Airbus H-125 helicopters are equipped with advanced specifications, including wire cutter, economical operating cost, emergency flotation system, and Garmin glass vehicle and motor engine display. These air assets will serve multiple purposes such as aerial surveillance, rapid response to emergencies, and support for special operations. Rigorous training programs will ensure the proficiency of pilots and maintenance crew members, while public outreach and community engagement initiatives will foster transparency and collaboration. We are committed to leveraging these air assets to ensure the safety and security of our community and uphold our mission of public service. On June 29, 2021, the PNP Air Unit was transferred from SAF to OCPNP, maintaining its status as Air Unit under the NAPOLCOM number 2021-0720. In August 2021, the PNP Air Unit was able to install firearms on aircraft as part of its function in giving air support for counterinsurgency and internal security operations. On November 21 to 22, 2021, the PNP Air Unit conducted Armorers and Familiarization Training Course in partnership with the United Defense Manufacturer Corporation held at SAF Tibianix in Calatagan, Batangas in preparation for the firearms mounting of the PNP Air Unit aircraft. The PNP Air Unit is one of the main contributors to the success of every search and rescue operation, relief and mercy flight in times of catastrophes and disasters. To name a few, during the shipwreck of MV Princess Stars on June 21, 2008, relief operation and aerial inspection on the damages made by Typhoon Ondoy, particularly in the metropolis and nearby provinces last September 28, 2009, aerial inspection on the damages made by Typhoon Emong in the areas of Pangasinan last May 7, 2009. conduct of aerial search and rescue on the missing boat of Mr. Vic Reyes at Nasugbo, Batangas. Law enforcement flights were also conducted, such as aerial reconnaissance last March 23, 2012 in Bacon and Kapangan, Benguet, uprooting of fully grown marijuana plants. So far, the Air Unit has conducted 745 training flights, 627 maintenance flights, 45 law enforcement flights, 70 internal security operation and counterterrorism flights, 32 special operations flights, 37 public safety flights, and 238 administrative flights, with a total of more than 2,000 flight hours from 2020 to May 2023. This includes the disaster aerial surveillance and damage assessment caused by Typhoon Rolly, with Police General Camilo Pancratos Cascolan and party to typhoon-affected areas in the province of Quezon and Bicol, as well as relief operations, where packed foods and medicine were transported for isolated and devastated municipalities in Catanduanes province. PNP helicopters were used until midnight during the conduct of relief and mercy flights for the areas heavily affected by Typhoon Rolly in the Bicol region, conducted by Police Regional Office 5 last November 14, 2020. Relief and mercy flight were conducted with Police General Debold M. Sinas, Chief PNP, and party as passengers in flooded areas in Metro Manila and nearby provinces caused by the typhoon. Disaster aerial survey and relief operations at the flood-affected areas were also conducted in the province of Isabela, Magat Dam, and Cagayan, specifically in the towns of Enrile, West Amulong, Solana, Tuguegarao, and Peña Blanca. Police General Guillermo Eliazar utilized the aircraft for his command visit to the different police regional offices. Police General Rodolfo Azurin Jr. contributed to the Air Unit PNP MC number 2023-014, prescribing the minimal technical specification for the official logo or seal for PNP Air Unit, dated February 22, 2023, designated advisor to the creation of the Administrative and Operations Manual in the person of Brigadier General Crescenciano A. Marquez III. Upon the assumption of the current Chief PNP, Police General Benjamin Acorda Jr., the air asset and pilot of the PNP were utilized in the seizure of the Airbus Bell 505 Textron helicopter of Arnulfo Arnie Teves Jr., District Representative of Negros Oriental. Through time, the leadership of the unit's commanders has significantly made a remarkable contribution to the unit's continuing evolution and relentless upgrading. Among these commanders, the unit has produced star-ranked officers, namely Police Major General Bienvenido G. Latag, Police Major General Roman A. Felix, Police Brigadier General Joselito F. Salido, Police Brigadier General Luisito B. Magnaye. Currently, Police Major General Felix was appointed as the Secretary of the Office of the Presidential Advisor on Military and Police Affairs. At present, Police Colonel Serafin F. Petalio II holds the helm of the unit, steering towards a better and more reliable unit of the PNP organization. Upon the initiative of Police Colonel Petalio, the Air Unit invited guests to be a guest of honor and speaker in every flag raising ceremony, in the person of Brigadier General Crescenciano Aquiles A. Marquez III, Philippine Air Force, retired February 6, 2023. Brigadier General Lauro N. Tianchon, Philippine Air Force, retired February 13, 2023, and conduct lecture on mountain operation on February 14, 2023. Captain Perfecto M. Marin, March 6, 2023. Police Colonel Angela A. Rejano, Chief of Staff, Center for Police Strategy Management, March 13, 2023. Fire Superintendent Mariano S. Tagyam, City Fire Marshal, Bureau of Fire Protection, Pasay City, March 20, 2023. Captain Ernesto Sevilla, President, CEO, Masters Flying School Incorporated, April 4, 2023. Engineer Christopher Agustin, Division Head in Maintenance Department, National Grid Corporation of the Philippines, April 17, 2023. Attorney Nestor Vicente D.T. Pasano, Chief Licensing and Certification Department, Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, April 24, 2023. Bernardo N. Cepeda, Executive Director, National Research Council of the Philippines, Department of Science and Technology, May 8, 2023. And other guests and activity. Police Brigadier General Jason D. Ortizo, Director PNP Chaplain Service during the first death anniversary of Patrolman Alan Noel U. Ona through a Requiem Mass March 1, 2023. Flight Lieutenant Kevin Cameron and Flight Lieutenant Patrick Wright from Royal Australian Air Force March 15, 2023. Major General Nestor Florente, DC Rayos, retired, Philippine Air Force Conduct Lecturer on VIP Flights Operations March 22, 2023. Talk to Men of Police Major General Jesus D. Cambay, Jr., the Director for Controllership March 23, 2023. Major Luis P. Banoy, Jr., Philippine Army, Deputy Director, Joint Doctrine Development Center for the Doctrine Development Conference, March 28, 2023. Colonel Romel G. Ronda, retired, Aircraft Accident Investigator and Inquiry Board at Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, conduct lecture on the first Air Unit Family Safety Seminar, March 29, 2023. Benjamin C. Abalos, Jr., Secretary of the Department of the Interior and Local Government, April 10, 2023. Flight Lieutenant Patrick Wright, Royal Australian Air Force Officer, Joint Australian Team Philippines as guest lecturer during the Safety Management Seminar, April 11, 2023. The aircraft was also utilized during the search, rescue, and recovery of the Cessna 206 RP-1174 in the Vilican, Cawayan Isabela. As of today, the PNP Air Unit is equipped with 2 Robinsons R-44 Raven II, which are primarily used for basic helicopter pilot training, 6 Airbus H-125, which are used as multi-mission helicopters with a total of 8 rotary aircraft and 1 fixed-wing aircraft, namely Cessna C-150, which is also primarily used for basic pilot training. The PNP Air Unit offers 3 main courses: basic helicopter pilot training, Airbus H-125 transition training, and basic aircraft maintenance course. The PNP Air Unit is mandated to assist and provide air support in the conduct of counterinsurgency operations, counter-terrorism operations, and law enforcement operations, conduct disaster relief, search and rescue operations during disasters and catastrophes, and conduct administrative and other flight missions. At present, the PNP Air Unit envisions reestablishing as the PNP Air Group with a recent and upgraded administration and operational manual that is guided by the pertinent rules and regulations of the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines and manual by the competent and proficient PNP airmen. As of today, this unit is manned by 144 personnel. 8 are pilot in command for H-125 helicopter with 12 co-pilots, 2 pilot in command for R-44 with 24 co-pilots, 2 flight instructors in the person of Police Lieutenant Colonel Vincent Chris B. Bangwa and Police Lieutenant Colonel Dexter Vitugo, 10 students undergoing basic pilot training for the fixed-wing aircraft, and 21 aircraft maintenance technician. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Philippine National Police Air Unit. By air, we serve and protect.